the desire of the middle class taxpayer to get a bit of a relief. Do you think that this is that relief?
I don't think so. I think the amendments are quite few and far between. Much more was expected. For example, the slabs which are tinkered in the new regime is very, very less. I mean, the saving of 17,500 rupees is actually very less as compared to what was desired or what was expected. The slabs are changed by 1 lakh rupee at every level without changing the rates of taxes. So I think the relief is quite marginal to my mind. Number one. Number two, if you look at the deductions, like a standard deduction, which is only deduction available under the new regime, is now increased from 50 to 75,000. It's a welcome change. It's a welcome increase. However, to my mind, not sufficient, considering that 50,000 was set up maybe a decade back, years back. So I think the expectation was at least trans deduction to increase to 1 lakh rupee. And similarly, as Samir mentioned, the individual taxpayer will still compare the deductions which are available under old regimes, such as HRA or interest on borrowings for the house property. And if those deductions are substantial, clearly they will continue to opt for the old regime.
You know, that's an operating point there. And in fact, it's perfect because we were discussing, Arvind, earlier on in the day, and you drew up an Excel sheet where you were talking about various scenarios, and of course it differs from a person to person depending on what they're investing in, what they're claiming, but there is a threshold beyond which the old tax regime still becomes more beneficial. Could you spell that out for us?
Yes. So before the slabs were increased today, if you look at assessment year 24-25 new regime tax rates, some brief calculations mention that as long as the total deduction that an assessee is claiming is in the range of say 3 to 3.5 lakh of rupees, or anything up to 3.5 lakh of rupees, the new regime favors better. But the moment the deduction, which could mean the HRA, the ATC, the ATD, NPS, everything, all this put together, if the moment they cross this 3.5 lakh per annum threshold, then for taxpayers, say even the middle class taxpayers, the old regime looks better.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point.